That down, let's talk about this, shall we? You know, the other day, a few days ago, Bob Iger had an investors call. On that call, he went over the upcoming release schedule for Disney films through 2025 and beyond. He mentioned a lot of films. Talked about Zootopia, talked about Fantastic Four, Captain America. But there is a film that was supposedly coming out in November of 2025.
Which?
That he very noticeably left absent in his discussion. That was Blade. Now, this comes to us from Gaming Bible, who wrote this. Here's the exact quote from Bob Iger. In 2025, our theatrical slate remains just as robust, with Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts, The Fantastic Four, First Steps, Zootopia 2, and Avatar 3. And in 2026, we look forward to Avengers Doomsday, a new Star Wars movie featuring The Mandalorian and Grogu, and Toy Story 5. Want to point something out. In case you missed it, nowhere in that little conversation did Big Papa Iger ever mention the man who is retired. Blade. Retired before he even starred in his first film.
And he didn't make the cut.
Blade didn't make the cut. Blade, of course, was announced 5 years ago at a Comic-Con Hall H panel with several other projects. All of the other projects have been filmed, released in theaters, and are now out on home video. Blade still hasn't happened. And now, Bob Iger isn't even mentioning it. This has started speculation around the internet that Disney has very quietly canceled the Blade film. Now, it wouldn't be a tremendous surprise if that's true. Bob Iger said some time ago, remember we talked about it on the show, Bob Iger put out a statement saying, you know, we're going to cut back on the amount of projects we're doing. We've already, as a matter of fact, we've already canceled some projects that we haven't publicized. Blade is years overdue. They've gone through several sets of directors, several sets of writers. It was supposed to now come out November of 2025. I was half expecting, you guys know this, I said this on the show, I was expecting Disney at D23 to at least give an update on Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe mention that, hey, we got a new director. We got a thrilling new direction with our script. But to make sure we get it right, we have now moved it from November 2025 to 2026 or something like that. Just some kind of an update.
Right. Especially with Coogler there, I thought, oh, maybe they're going to make some transition here.
Dude, when Coogler came out on stage for Ironheart, I thought there's no way he's not coming out to announce Blade.
Instead, we got monster trucks.
Instead, the hierarchy of power in the Disney family world has now forever changed as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is bringing us monster trucks. But, I mean, nothing. So if you're one of those people out there, sorry, Monster Jam.
Oh, Monster, yeah, but there's trucks in it, I'm told.
If you're one of those people, some people in the live chat are trying to correct me. John, it's Monster Jam, not Monster Truck. Like any of you are going to go see that movie. Anyway, if you are one of those people who's now believing that they have quietly canceled Blade, you've got a lot of anecdotal evidence backing you up. Now, the other thing to keep in mind, though, is this. I do not believe they've canceled Blade yet. And here's why. I think that Marvel, as of late, has adopted if we don't have something definitive to say, let's not say anything.
Exactly.
I think right now they still don't know what the status of Blade is. I think they're still working on getting the script right. Kevin Feige himself said they're still working on developing the script and trying to get it nailed down 100% right. Remember, Sean Levy and Ryan Reynolds went to Kevin Feige, almost 10 times with their story pitches for Deadpool and Wolverine. And every time Kevin Feige shot it down until they finally went to him with the story that he gave the green light to. Took a while. Kevin Feige seems to have the attitude now that, he's got his authority back, that we're only going to make a movie once we're ready to make that movie and we have the right movie to make. So it is very feasible that they're just like, you know what? We don't have a release date for Blade yet because it's not going to make 2025.
And Bob Iger's not going to make that announcement. He doesn't want to be the one to get ridiculed for making an announcement that doesn't even.
That never comes to pass.
Yeah, so he's not gonna do that. I mean, he saw what's happening to Kevin Feige because he made that announcement.
Now remember this too, and it's not like Blade was the only thing not mentioned. Nowhere at D23 was Wonder Man mentioned, but we know that's coming.
And we were like, oh, that's going to be mentioned.
That's 100%. That's 100%. They've already shot it. Wonder Man is coming. They didn't mention it. They didn't mention Armor Wars. We know Kevin Feige already said that's one of the confirmed things that they are still doing. So, but there was no mention of Armor Wars.
Right.
So I think there is evidence there that if you believe they've canceled Blade, I don't think you're crazy for believing it. I would just caution everybody about that because them not saying anything about it may just be because they don't have anything to say right now. And it's not like it was the only project that wasn't mentioned. There were other projects not mentioned that we know are 100% coming.
I also want to believe that Marvel will get back into the state of things where they will throw their own little event like they did before, where they were confident in showing their slate. I want to get back to that Marvel, but it's going to take some time.
I don't think they're ever going to do that again.
You don't think they're going to be in that form anymore?
No. When Marvel did that big Phase 3 announcement presentation at the
El Cap.
At the El Capitan that I got to be at, that was prior to Disney deciding to make D23 a big thing for Disney.
Oh, so you think if Marvel does anything, it would be at D23 from now on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And listen, they're going to make announcements just throughout the year by putting out press releases and putting out things on social media. That's still going to come, but guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Miracle Made. Guys, it's hot outside and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. So if you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. There are just so many things that make these sheets so fantastic. We already mentioned the self-cooling properties for better quality sleep, but they're also self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. So go to trymiracle.com/Campea. That's TRYMIRACLE.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Do you think, because I don't think you're crazy if you believe this, that Marvel has very quietly canceled the Blade film? Or do you believe that there's a lot of things they didn't mention? They probably just don't know when this thing's going to come out, so they didn't want to say anything right now. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.